To some of us, it's a season of friendship. To some, it's a season to receive and give gifts. To some, it's a season to receive breakfast. But to all of us, it's a season of love. This is unscripted, real issues, real people, real talk. And this is Valentine season. We'll be talking about our most memorable Valentine's Day experience. As usual, we have the OG squad, an amazing team. We have shared all our experiences. And today, as always, we'll also be sharing our Valentine's Day experience. At my extreme right, we have Titi Lotpe. She has experienced over 30 Valentines. Uh, Immediately beside her is your boy Tizu. He has experienced over 40 Valentine. And of course, to my immediate right is Kumi. She does not like Valentine's Day at all. And of course, I'm your favorite MC, Koi. Okay, Valentine. Let's start before we even go to our most memorable
I
experience.
have special number.
Valentine. Don't worry.
Are you
Receive it. You see you are not interested in boyfriend anyway.
joking?
Uh, Before we go into our most memorable Valentine's Day experience, what is the best gift or the worst gift you have either given or received on Valentine's Day? Tizo.
I can't really think of anything when it comes to Valentine's Day. For me, it's not. I don't consider myself as one of those people that actually observe it. It's not something that I actively participated in before I got married, and even during marriage, it's just stuff like
Like any other
nothing. It's not like every other day. It's yes, I make it a point to mark it by giving my wife a gift, maybe flowers, just to show that I appreciate her, maybe some
Yeah.
chocolate. It depends on what I can grab on the way back from work. It's not something that I actively like maybe celebrate. I think I do more on maybe anniversary days
Okay.
and birthdays than Valentine's Day. So it's not something that I really particularly participate in. So.
Like did some break your heart in the past on Valentine's Day? I mean, did you have PTSD?
Really, was there anything? Not really. I do have one unpleasant story that happened on the Valentine's Day, but that was way back in high school. So it wasn't anything too particular. I just never really,
So it as a
yeah.
So just
I never got into the hype of it.
okay.
Yeah, that whole romantic side of, I never got into it. So I'm the wrongest person to ask that question. So
Okay. Kumi.
What's the best and worst gift I've received?
I'll give it.
Forgiven. It's been a minute I gave Valentine's Day
How
out.
long ago was that?
It's been a long minute for me not to remember. I'll say more than 5 years ago.
What you received in this
Of course, I'm a lady.
every year,
Not every year now, but
multiple gifts, or
Yeah.
multiple sources.
that has happened. But what's the best? Oh, I think I received a custom so I received a pillow, a long pillow with my name written on it.
Oh.
So it wasn't the regular square pillow that has your picture, but this was a lot different, and it was like red and white. So it was really long, like a candy where it has like two nuts, and it had my name on it. Yeah, that was like the best, most thoughtful gift I've received.
Would you
Wait,
say
sorry, coming back to me now. Yes, there's a
You
particular
remember.
reason why I don't. It's not something that actively happens in my marriage because my wife's birthday is 2 weeks later.
Oh, so you said
Yeah,
everything
so
on the same day.
I focus more on the birthday. I remember there was a reason, something with the dates. So yeah.
I'll come to later.
Yeah.
Lots of questions come to my head. Well, I'll come to later. Would you say that gift was the best because of the person that gave it, or
No,
was it because of
no.
the gift?
I'll say the gift, and well, relating to what he said, to my birthday is not so far off Valentine, so it's kind of like I tried to say like you cannot combine both of them together, separate.
Separate, okay.
Let's all make it their individual days, but it was definitely not the person I gave it. I would say it was a thoughtful gift.
Oh,
Yeah, it was
nice.
very different from what
Nice.
I've seen.
Nice.
Yeah, I was wowed.
Titi, tell us the best. I know there are lots of
Was sought after.
the most. I mean, tell us that one that every time you remember.
No, I'm going to give you the worst.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm going to give you the worst. So, back in uni,
yeah.
I was like there was this particular year, I can't even remember if it was 100 or yeah, there was a particular year I was like we're gossiping about the kind of gifts that people this kind of gift that can you give this kind of gift? Lo and behold, when my own Valentine gift came, it was from a suitor, not somebody I was going out with. It was like a combination of all the things that
You
I
don't
had.
like.
Let me use the word bad mouthed about other
Like what? Yeah.
like okay, so you can you imagine like a poorly made fondant cake? Like I don't even like fondant cake.
Was it intentionally poorly made?
I think maybe the vendor.
Hated you.
No, maybe the vendor was struggling to make a fondant cake, and then it was just like maybe like a very cheaply made.
So it looked like
top.
it looked like a robist.
What?
Robist.
I don't even like. I was just like seriously like.
Modern.
To me, it was just like I was. Don't let me call him nemesis. Like I'd already talked about. So that was like the worst gift, and I couldn't even collect that gift. I had to.
Are you serious?
Yeah, but I wasn't in a relationship with the person, so I don't hold the person anything.
Wow.
Yes, I could.
No,
Like,
sought after. What you
Nice.
expect?
No, it was that bad.
No, as in,
it was that bad.
as he was giving you.
No, he
Sad.
actually sent someone. You know the kind of gifts that you deliver, and
So yeah,
there's some
so yeah, those
people
people that they
you
used
like-
to, they are those people that
What
used to
happened
put
to the
in
spirit
African
of
magic.
St. Valentine's Day?
I'm sorry. Maybe, okay,
How would you reject a
because-
gift by a brother?
No,
brother?
I know. As in, I knew that there was nothing for that person. One,
Okay.
I got conscious.
Okay.
No, but Valentine's Day
And
is not
then-
about.
Apart from
Okay,
that, the
so-
gifts were not. Back
The
then,
gift wasn't
again,
up to your standard.
Yes, I felt was like
You should not be
why?
apologetic
Like,
about
is it by
that.
force? If you want to get somebody compared to other, as in other gifts that are coming from other people,
Well, sought after.
Don't worry, you know that kind of a thing.
And this is why I don't.
Yeah.
No,
so,
please, that's an excuse.
anyways, that's
I
then.
think you have some PTSD you're not disclosing. You have
No,
some
not
experience
really.
that you're not disclosing.
And the best.
I can only think of one. Well,
Yeah,
Yeah.
the best Valentine gift actually happened like just immediately after I got married.
Nice.
Yeah, so that was a trip to Dubai.
Aww.
But that was what led to my first job. So you can imagine nothing good comes.
There's a cost to everything.
My man got his reward for that gift.
Yeah, so,
That's a sharp guy. That's a sharp guy.
Yeah.
Okay. I think my best gift. Or let me start with the worst first.
Yeah, brag now.
No. I don't need to brag.
Just brag. Tell us.
I like the way Kobe's looking at me like. So my worst gift that I think I'd ever given was, or rather, a friend gave, not me. Was
Why are you saying a friend
No, it's
gave?
a friend.
okay,
It's a friend.
it's
It's a
okay.
friend.
Oh, just own it,
It's
man.
a friend.
Come
No,
on.
for real.
Oh.
I think I even made that make up her mind that there's nothing for this guy. Just contemplating him before. But when she received the gift, I know this guy cannot be my future. So he gave her Agbalumo. What's Agbalumo in English? Cherry.
I think
Cherry.
So you gave her cherry.
He gave her cherry and a drink. And the reason he gave her was that she said she always likes those things. So
Oh my God.
from the depth of his heart,
Was
he
it a
also-
basket full of cherries? Because at least you like.
It was this one was not full at all.
Was that what you
So
could
you
afford
gave
at
her
that
a
time?
basket
No,
of
no,
cherry
no,
and
no,
a
Or
no.
was that what the friend could afford
No,
at that
trust
time?
me, not me. I
So you
have
gave her
class
cherry
now.
and a
Okay.
drink.
So you just can't do that.
I can't do that. I have class now. What do you mean?
You gave her cherry and
What do you mean? And of course, the best. So there was this guy. Now I can talk about myself. There was this guy where.
Guy or girl?
You give a guy.
Me now. I'm talking about
gift.
myself, but I don't want to boast so that I
Yeah,
can
you
be
can
humble.
receive a Valentine gift from the same gender.
We can, but yeah, you
no,
can.
like it depends. If you're very close friends, like
Yeah.
I had back in like secondary school, you can give someone a
It wasn't
Valentine.
common.
It won't be like red love, that kind of thing,
Yeah.
but
Oh,
just
no,
give
no,
them
no,
something.
No. Maybe just buy a shirt or something.
Yes, nothing
Not
so
like
particular.
Boxers and singlets.
You received that before, right?
No, that's what they give all the time.
Okay, that's what they give. Their gender.
No, far from it.
That's what they gender. Okay, so I gave. They just started dating then, and for every year that they had not experienced Valentine before, he bought a card for all those years.
Wow.
So let's say she was 25 or something.
The guy
So he bought her
gets
24 cards plus the 25th one. And
I
he
hope
wrote-
she still has all those cards now.
I
Or
will
she has
ask
to
her.
pack some.
No, I will ask her. She couldn't bring them from Nigeria to Canada. So now that's about gifts. Let's talk about our most memorable Valentine's Day experience. Is there one? You talking about your Dubai trip?
Yeah, but yes, again, like I said, that was just like after I got married. You
Okay.
understand? So, and I won't really particularly tied to Valentine. It happened during Valentine. Probably that was the best arrangement you could make and all of that. But with my own background, I like the whole Valentine thing because somehow it shows public display of attention.
Yeah.
And I used to like PDA back then, but now. And then my husband is like on the extreme. He doesn't like that at all.
Oh,
you understand?
I
So
thought say on the extreme that I like that a lot.
no. I used to like it a lot. So coming into the middle, like finding a good balance, he will like celebrate Valentine just for the sake of, you understand? But it's nothing compared to the way he holds the anniversary, his birthday, and that one. I could say that I've had lots of good experiences compared to Valentine in terms of anniversaries and but back Valentine year on year, like it just tries to let's do something. I also try to do something because it's not so big.
And you always maintain that tradition. You don't sit at just any other day. Even though you don't celebrate it on that day.
It's more of me initiating it, like you just do it because of me. You understand that kind of a thing. He's not a Valentine person.
Oh, okay.
He's not a Valentine person.
Kumi, are you a Valentine person?
I don't mind. I don't mind celebrating love. Love is to be celebrated. So if there's a reason to celebrate it, why not?
You can celebrate it every day, though.
Yeah, but there's another day added to it, so why not?
Every day is every day.
Oh my Jesus!
You need to add an extra day to it.
This is let's not bring
Let's
our
not-
back and
let's-
forth
let's-
to this episode. Let there be love and light.
No violence forever.
No. Of course I do.
Yeah, of course. It's the season of love.
Absolutely. Like it was a day dedicated for love. So I'm a huge fan of Valentine's.
Valentine's Day. Ask me next year.
Oh yes, I do believe in celebrating Valentine's Day.
Yes, I believe in Valentine.
So I'm a romantic at heart, so I obviously believe in Valentine. I believe in love. I believe it's a good time for sharing love with one another and with loved ones. And yeah, I do believe in Valentine.
You know, it's a show of love, sharing, caring. It might not be between spouses, it might be between friends, family. You know, it's just a season of love in general.
Has there been instances where you felt, to all of us now, you felt the value of Valentine is not really experienced, or people don't really express that? You know, we say Valentine is a season of love. Like you said, you can celebrate love every day. Do you think the value, like some people, they don't believe in Valentine, it's their choice. I mean, even from some of the videos you've probably seen, you see people express that thought that Valentine is just like any other day. In your own experience, your own belief, your own thought, do you think Valentine is overrated? That the fact that we dedicate a day to celebrate love, do you think it's overrated? Or it's something we must celebrate every day?
I don't necessarily think that we must celebrate it, but the fact that they've given it a day, they've given it a day. If you want to celebrate it, whoever that did give
Whoever
it a
that
day.
is, I mean,
I cannot begin to argue on this thing. We cannot reverse it until they reverse it. But I can't necessarily say that, that now that they've given it a day, you must celebrate. It's a choice at the end of the day, right? I also think that you don't necessarily have to go over and beyond. Just the thought that counts, to be honest. As Tizo said, even if I don't like to agree with him, like flowers in a box of chocolate and something
The
more.
voice of reason.
No.
Strikes again.
I said something more. Box of chocolate is
like
pretty
more.
much boxers and
What's
singlets.
more to you?
Anything. Like I would say like last year I got flowers, Baileys, and a purse.
Okay. Simple but exquisite.
Yes, and it was a surprise because I didn't expect it. So
The Valentine's Day that we herald looks like a capitalist construct in the sense that it just encourages people
Please.
to spend. No, let's get down to it. Hold
you
on,
might
hold
as
on.
well say that about
Hold up,
Christmas.
wait
Yeah.
a minute. See, I let you have your phone.
No, you did not.
Let me land now. Let me have. We said all the Valentine's, whatever. At the bottom of everything, everyone said, yeah, there was money being spent. So for me, I see this, and this is where the media is going to propel it. Do a lot of jingles, get people to go out there, spend money, go out, to restaurants, go out and buy expensive gifts.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's the capitalist conglomerates that are going to make all that money. So the way they've propelled it, the original initiation of Valentine's Day, the Saint Valentine,
Yeah.
was a dude that used to go out to give gifts to people that were less fortunate. That is not the Valentine's Day that is heralded now. So that's where my own I won't call it distaste. I'm just my
Agreement is
not disagreement, like this relative lack of interest in it, in the sense of what is heralded, what is being pushed as we get closer to that day, what we're going to see in the news, what they're going to push to us is going to be about, oh, buy an expensive gift, take her on an expensive trip, do something. But the initial guy that initiated this was more about reaching out to those less privileged and actually affecting their life, which as a Christian is something that you should be doing on the daily. So
Yeah.
that's why I say I would mark it, because I understand that even though we're not of the world, we're in it. And I know that my partner will have certain expectations. My partner is not so big on it either, but she appreciates when you just
Those
the
gestures.
flowers that I give her, like just gestures is what she
Yeah.
needs. So, but I'm not gonna get sucked into that whole go and buy an expensive gift kind of thing. Like the birthday for me is something more that our anniversary is something more that I'll put more stake on, rather than a St. Valentine's Day that the world has turned into something else. So that's just it for me. And then I said earlier that I had one bad experience,
yeah.
and that was back in high school, where I kind of had made plans with a certain lady that I had a crush on.
That's where the
And then I showed up, having saved my pennies, needing to take her out on a date to a restaurant to go eat. And I get there and she goes like, no, I'm not, I don't feel like going anywhere. And me being a stubborn person, I'm like, fine. I left and I went to the restaurant myself. And I ordered food and ice cream and I ate. And after I ate it, I felt sick.
That was your cue not to go there. Well, no.
Yeah, so that was the one and only time I ever attended the wedding of Valentine's Day, and it didn't end well. So
Did you go for counseling after that?
no.
No, because
I just
can now see
because
where-
no one knew about it, so it wasn't really a big deal.
No, but this first time you're sharing it, so this might actually be.
I
because
just
of
remembered it.
you. Maybe there's something that just you button up that you don't know when they come out. You actually said this is why I've been.
This is why we said that Koyi was very obsessed with this Valentine's Day.
No, it's not about obsession. It's about.
It's like something you're looking for.
No,
like a kid looking forward to open the toy.
The beautiful,
Valentine's
no,
Day is
the
coming.
beautiful thing is that when it comes to Valentine's Day,
Yes.
the last time I remember
You
buying
wrote
a gift,
24 cards to
the last time I
all the
actually
very
remember
you
buying
made.
a gift to show you how unobsessed I am about it.
Bro, you bought 24 cards.
That was how many years ago? To show you how unobsessed I am about it was probably 4 or 5 years ago. But I'm saying, in the spirit of the season, let's talk about Valentine, and that's why we're here today. And in talking about
Take your
Valentine,
word for it, bro.
that's your business, as you were saying. And talking about Valentine, there are certain topics or there are certain thoughts that fly through our minds. Like, for instance, we've addressed one of them, that in celebrating Valentine, should we just be dedicated to that day, or should it be something we should consciously do to our significant other, if we have any, to our friends? I mean, Valentine should not just be to your spouse, to your friends, to your mentors, your colleagues. Just buy a gift or something. Taking it to the next line, do you think love is overrated? Because when people think of Valentine's Day, they see it as an opportunity to express love. And in expressing love, the questions surrounding love in respect of Valentine, do you think the subject has been overflowed? That, okay, because it's a season of love, let's celebrate it.
I don't think love is overrated. That's like, to love is human. We love because he loved us first. Like, if you do things of the world and you do not love your neighbor, you don't know God and all of that. So God is love.
Yeah.
So we have to stand with that. So love is our core. It's part of being Christian. Like,
Our
so
culture, yeah.
now, in the aspect of celebrating love, ideally, it would make sense to practice love every day to our friends or your partner, colleagues. But is that practical? No, it doesn't really happen.
It's not?
It doesn't, in as much as, yes, it's supposed to, but
It's supposed to, yeah.
realistically, it doesn't happen. So let's just call a spade a spade. So yes, when you consciously remember to do it, do it. But well, now this is a day to be like, okay, in these 365 days, now they've said this
There's a day
day
dedicated
and
to-
other days.
Yeah.
Why not just do the little, like, okay, I might not show you every day, but here is a chance that here is a reminder. That's how I see. Here's a reminder that, oh, you can be expressive.
Yeah.
Have a little something for me to you, just to show that I care and I love you, and I know that it's going to make
Don't
you
we do
feel
that
happy.
at Christmas though?
Exactly, but why is it just Christmas? Why do you also show love on birthdays and anniversaries?
So why are we adding an extra day, Valentine's Day?
Because it's already there, like it's there, like there's no point trying to fight it. Like the day is already there.
Yeah, so I think that what really matters is that do you have some days set out where you go above and beyond to show the person how much is cherished, especially with a gift. So I don't think, I'm just speaking for myself, I don't think I will mind if, aside birthday and anniversaries, you have some days that you surprise me with gifts and then nothing happens on Valentine's Day. I don't think I would really mind. Do you get? I think the issue starts, or maybe some ladies start getting worried when, you're not doing anything outside of the usual.
The Valentine's Day also excluded. So
Exactly, yeah. So sometimes Valentine's Day can be a convenient day.
It kind of can be like a reminder, because at the end of the day, see, we're actually facing life, right? It's not everybody has that work, the itty-bitty of life, hustling and all that and all that. Yes, we're supposed to love every day, but realistically, do we do it? We just, like, at least in terms of gifts, right? We don't do that. So if there's a day to remind you to do that, sure, why not? That's how I see it.
Yep.
I'm not sure about like adult life, but back in uni, to me, it looked more like peer pressure. That's just where I saw.
I feel like for uni,
you got
for uni,
you got
I think-
XYZ gifts. Look at my gifts.
Yeah.
I got ABC
For uni,
gifts.
the thing is for
And
uni,
then
a lot of us-
the ladies now start
Exactly true.
comparing.
No, but the thing
and
is,
like,
for
it's not
uni, it was a lot of growing up then. Obviously,
Yes,
where-
exactly.
you're
So
getting-
there are a lot of-
you were just growing up.
the
Yeah.
silliness was there to some
It was
extent.
peer pressure.
Then it was just all about public, at least for me, then it was about public display of affection. Oh, that's my guy, he gave me this. But now it's
We're
like
acting like a
you're
child.
you're really into it,
Yeah.
and it's about both of you, And sometimes those days you can actually pay that a day to actually have some discussions. It's just beyond throwing gifts. You want to just say, I love
Take a
you.
day off from work just to
I don't think I don't think I've ever
Like
taken
it's
a day
again,
off from
like
work.
wait, is it bad like on a day to like, oh, let's just go for manicure together after work?
How do you do that on a Friday?
You can,
You
but
can,
it's not
but it's
also
just that reminder
Yeah.
that
Sunday?
Come
I
on.
think I think things you probably should see from this perspective. There are some things you might never do, even though you can do manicure on a Sunday or pedicure on a whatever day.
Yeah.
But there are some things you might never think of doing. But when there is a day, I don't know.
There's nothing I can never think of doing.
Okay, maybe you are in the special class, but I'm thinking of there's some extra. Okay, I wasn't sure. So I thought it did to you.
yeah.
It's to you. Okay, I wasn't sure.
What exactly could had happened
Okay.
that has to happen on
No, okay,
Valentine's Day?
this is where I'm driving at.
Yeah.
So I remember a few years ago, so myself and a couple of my friends, we got together and because it was Valentine's Day, we went to an orphanage.
Yeah.
Now, in my head, I was thinking, if it was not Valentine's Day, would I have probably come here? Probably not. Probably yes. But the fact that we're looking for an opportunity to express love, which
Okay.
ordinarily we might not have thought of expressing.
Yes.
So that thought flashed into our hearts, and we decided to do that. And until today, I still remember the smile of one of the little girls there. It's imprinted in my heart forever. And I mean, she was probably 5 or 6 years old. The fact that she could smile, and of course, I never went back there, and that memory lives in my heart forever. So I'm saying there are some days where it affords you the opportunity to actually express some sides to your affection. Of course, you can do it any of that day. But the fact that this day comes up, it's like a jolt. It's like a reminder that, oh, okay, it's not a bad idea. Let me go out with my spouse. It's not a bad idea. Let me spend time with my friends. It's not a bad idea. Let myself and a couple of friends, let's probably send a gift to a charity, etc. So the expression of love through Valentine's Day, I think, just gives us a reason to allow some people to experience love that they might ever feel.
Yeah.
So the question that is love overrated? no, it's not overrated. And Valentine's Day, I think, is just a pointer to the fact that anytime we get to experience or express love, let's do that.
My best Valentine experience. I mean, what comes to mind? I think it was 2 years ago. And I think Valentine's Day usually would fall on a weekday. So I was going about my business, working and all, and I just thought, nothing's gonna happen for me today. And then I got pleasantly surprised by my then boyfriend, now husband, came to me with, Valentine's presents and just his presence, It meant something because, I didn't think anything was gonna happen that day, but it did happen. So Valentine's Day is very special for me. I love love, so yeah, thank you.
My favorite Valentine moment was when I woke up to flowers in the morning and we had a nice lunch, went out for a dinner. We had a lovely cozy moment together and yeah, that really made me excited.
Valentine for us is more like gifts, yeah. Then I think maybe once in a while we do dinner, go out and all. But because that time, that moment, it's always like a remembrance for something not too good for us. So we just keep it gift and simple kind of thing, yeah, sure.
That would be in 2010 when I just met my husband. He bought me my first designer bag and dress. It was beautiful and I had them for a long time.
So many memorable Valentine's Day, but definitely I'll say it's the first time I heard I love you on Valentine's Day and actually got gifted with my love language. That meant a lot to me because it's actually my spouse that did his research and not just give me a random roses, because I'm not a fan of roses, but actually gifted me with my love language. So it's definitely memorable.
Most memorable Valentine experience, that was when my to-be wife, she took me out on so she told me her car broke down and she was in a panic situation. I had to come pick her up, and as soon as I got there, it was a surprise for me too. It was a planned event and she had a surprise for me, so that was really sweet and thoughtful of her.
I don't think I have the most memorable Valentine's Day experience because I just stay home and that's it. Yeah,
spending some quality time with my wife, then fiance, and I've been surprised by sending out flowers, and the smile on her face made it a memorable time.
Rounding off, what would you say going forward? We've heard people share their own Valentine's Day experience, their most memorable experience. What would you say going forward should reflect the essence of Valentine's Day in your mind?
For me, it's just the act of giving.
Okay.
And I also like to say that apart from sharing gifts or exchanging gifts with my spouse, I try to. So sometimes I'm like in a social group, on WhatsApp, and try to initiate the whole idea of sharing gifts amongst yourself, where you do blind picking of pairing people up and all of that. Yes, exactly. So at least I'm in a group right now where I have initiated it back to back for 2 years, and people were like, "Oh, it was a great experience," and all of that. So yeah, so it's the act of giving for me. Aside the person that is the main person, your main guy, how can you put a smile on someone's face? Yeah,
which you can do on every other day, but the fact that there's a day
because there's a general tag or label on that day, and if you can find, it's a different thing if it's not convenient for you. You can't.
For sure, definitely,
exactly. But if it's convenient for you, especially if you have been doing it, the spouse, I think that's where the issue comes from. If it's something you did probably when you were dating or courting, and then you don't want to stop abruptly, you expect the other person to feel what's up.
What's happening?
Exactly.
I agree with you. Totally agree with you. Tizo?
Let's go to the believers first. Don't let me be the.
No, it's accordingly. Let's not.
No, let's just express what comes to mind.
The whole essence of the day is supposed to give people that are less fortunate. If there's anything aside from that,
the day you feel
my question is, do you give the less fortunate?
Yes, it doesn't have to be on that particular day.
But that's what the day is for, though.
Is it really?
But that's what you said, though.
That's the history behind.
That's the history behind.
Yeah, that's the history behind it. But is that what the day is about today? Is that what you see on the
but
news?
now that you're saying,
is that what is
don't
propagated
boycott
in
it.
MTV?
Now that you know the history.
No. I'm not saying that people should boycott it.
I'm
just
not
saying that
people. I'm saying you.
I don't attach a special
day to do some acts.
I don't attach a special connotation to that particular day, February 14th. Like, if it's about events that happen, it makes more sense. Like, okay, typically during this period, everybody around the world is talking more about love and all that. Then you can do a program that kind of zooms in on the need to do whatever, improve your relationships or commit to a charity or something. Yeah, that's fine. But it could have happened every other day. So,
but the fact that it does not happen every other day,
but it's actually an event
no, it
that
does happen
though.
every other day. It happens on many other days.
If you are not intentional about it, it is most likely not to happen. That's the reality. I mean, when you look at
we don't typically need the reminder of that day to be intentional about something. If it's something that you value, you would be intentional about it. Like, you are in a relationship now. You are I'm sure you're intentional about treating your wife well.
Oh yeah,
I'm sure you're intentional about buying her gifts.
Oh, definitely.
I'm sure you're intentional about making her special.
But do you do that?
It's not February 14th that make you do all those things.
But I'm saying that for some people, okay, beyond your spouse, beyond your partner, that day might just be that jolt to say, okay, do this. Not your spouse.
Yeah, all fine and well, but you could have done it on any other day as well.
But you most likely will not do it on any other day.
No, you can't say most likely. Like in your example you gave of going to a charity. I've gone to a charity before and it wasn't on that day. And I did like a whole program there. It wasn't on that day. So
beautiful.
It's potato.
My thing is you're saying that the whole history behind it is this, and it's just it's an event that happened just the way Christmas
Season is not acknowledging
it's
the
an
day.
event.
It feels like whatever is happening on that day, I could
my
do
thing
another
is
day.
my thing is
that's all I'm saying.
I mean that's fine, but if you're saying it's an event that happened, it's actually an event that happened. So even if you're not even doing it as how the world is doing it now, how the event that happened, are you even doing it as how the event happened? No.
Like I said, I will still buy my wife flowers.
No, I'm not talking about the wife. Like I'm not talking about your wife.
You mean like to the general
public? Like to the less privileged as the event happened. Are you even doing that?
So let me give you an example now. Like there are many charities that give you the opportunity to give to them on a cadence. They don't typically tie anything to that day. It's not that day that they go out and now say we're going to raise the largest amount of the year on a particular day. No, they've already preached the gospel of what they need to everyone, and anyone that's interested in giving towards them is already giving towards them. So it's
but it doesn't tie back to the.
If anybody feels like they need that day to give them the reminder, fantastic. Like it's working for them, but for me, nah.
Okay.
That's just
fair enough.
Yeah, I still think that you should probably still be open to counseling.
Oh my God, no!
It's not a bad idea. Just think about it. It's not a bad idea. But there might still be some unresolved wounds that you still need to.
There's nothing there.
It's just a thought.
I just see it as any other day, honestly.
Yeah.
The only thing is that I see that every other day, and when I'm walking down, I say a lot of flowers everywhere. I'm like, okay, let me also give my wife flowers. Yeah, peer pressure. Which is what I feel happens most of that day. Is pressure.
To be honest,
of everything happening around you.
It's out of maturity that I've come to kind of a little bit closer to his level, or not putting. Before I was like all about like February 14. I'm the type that will even wear a red shirt. You get that kind of a thing. But that was then. Like you can imagine.
Now you're grown.
Now you're busy. There are a lot of factors that makes all these things fizzled out and all of that. Because
family,
your kids, they don't send February 14. You still do the normal routine with them. So you can imagine.
They might make them bring.
I can't wear red shirt again.
They might make them create a card in school and come and.
The last time I wore red shirt was probably I don't know years ago.
Awesome, interesting conversation. It's the season of Valentine, and I'm sure you've learned one or two things. If you've not been responsive to sharing love, not just with your spouse, your partner, even to those that will probably have that opportunity to experience love, Valentine's Day might just be that day for you to express that love.
True that.
Let us know your most memorable Valentine's Day experience. I'm sure there are lots you want to say. There are lots you want to express in terms of how Valentine has been for you in times past. This has been another awesome, beautiful episode of Unscripted. Don't forget to like, share,
Subscribe.
and of course, enable the notification. Once again, till we meet the next time.
Ciao.